This is Deacon Steve here at St. Matt's to talk about the Stations of the Cross. The Stations of the Cross is actually my favorite devotion. I love the Rosary and the Divine Mercy Chaplet and many of the Catholic prayers, but the Stations of the Cross really puts me in touch with Jesus and his suffering and death for me, for my sins, and saving me. The Stations of the Cross, in a way, is like an expansion of the sorrowful mysteries of the Rosary. Where there are 5 sorrowful mysteries in the Rosary, there are 14 Stations of the Cross. And it covers the last 3 hours of Jesus' life here on earth. It starts where he's condemned to death. Then he picks up his cross and carries the cross. He falls 3 different times. He meets his mother. He meets the women of Jerusalem. Simon the Cyrenian helps him carry his cross. And he makes his way all the way to Calvary. And then he's nailed to the cross. And that's probably my favorite station, because when we pray that station, I can really feel like I'm there, sensing the pain, the intense pain as the nail goes through Jesus' hands and goes through his feet. And he just is crying out in pain, and to think that he did all of this for me. And finally, he dies on the cross, is taken down from the cross, and laid in the tomb. A total of 14 stations. The stations work with a leader who leads the station and travels from one station to the next. There are 2 stations right behind me here. So the leader will start a prayer, and then the people respond, and then moves on to the next station. And often we sing a short song in between the stations. And so we're able to pray and meditate at each station and just think of how much Jesus loved us and how much he does for us by dying on the cross and all his suffering. You don't have to pray the Stations of the Cross in a church. Because it's a devotion, it can be led by anybody. It doesn't have to be a priest or a deacon. We've even in our family prayed the Stations of the Cross at home. You can just pray them with a little booklet sitting on the couch. Or one year, we had the kids, we got a coloring book of the Stations of the Cross, and we had the kids color the coloring books, and I got to color a couple of the pages. And then we tear out the pages, and we placed the pages around the house, and we would travel from station to station as we prayed the prayers. It can also be prayed outside. There are Stations of the Cross in La Crosse, Wisconsin, not too far from here, that are outside Stations of the Cross, and you can travel outside from station to station. It's not a long walk, maybe 20 yards between stations. I've also prayed them. We made a pilgrimage, and one of the places we went was Garabandal, Spain, and there are stations there that kind of make their way up a big mountain, and we prayed them there and just realized the universality of Jesus dying for us and being able to really accompany him on that journey. And of course, the stations, the main thing they do is they remind me of an earlier pilgrimage we made to the Holy Land, and we prayed the stations and walked the Stations of the Cross right there where Jesus walked and where he actually suffered and died for us. So I invite you to embrace the Stations of the Cross this Lent. We have them right here at St. Matt's every Friday at 5:30, so come grow with us.